welcome back to my channel. So initially I was planning on filming something else today, but then this morning Miss Stephenie Meyer blessed us all with the announcement that we've been waiting for over 10 years. So like, what are plans anyway? If you missed it, it is official. We will finally be getting the Midnight Sun book. It's going to be released in August. This is a companion novel to the Twilight series. It's basically just Twilight, but told from Edward's perspective. Stephenie Meyer started writing this like 13 years ago, and then some of it was leaked, and some of it was put up on her website, and then everything was taken down, and we didn't think we were actually gonna get Midnight Sun. But we are, and I'm really excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited, and I wanted to celebrate, so today I am doing the Twilight book tag. This is a super old tag. Nobody tagged me to do this. I just wanted to, and I don't actually know who the creator is, so if you know, please let me know so that I can update my description and link their video and link their channel and whatnot. But as of right now, I don't actually know who the original creator of this tag is. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and of course ring the little bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. And without further ado, I'm gonna jump right in. Okay, so question number 1 is, what movie and book is your favorite? And honestly, I don't know that I can just pick one. I've never gone through this series without like fully going through the series. I've never just read one of the books at a time. Like, it's always been a read through the entire series, watch through the entire series. So for me, the whole Twilight series as a whole is just one big conglomerate. It's one big story. So it's difficult for me to split them up book by book and choose a favorite, but if I had to, I'd say probably Breaking Dawn would be my favorite of the books. I like getting the multi-POV. I like seeing Jacob's point of view, and I especially like getting to know the wolf pack a little bit better on a more intimate level, particularly Seth and Leah Clearwater, and I think we just get a much richer, deeper understanding of what's going on in this book because of that dual POV. So for that reason, I'm gonna say this is probably my favorite one. Question number 2, what has your experience been like with Twilight? So I first got into Twilight in 2008, right before the first movie came out. My best friend in the whole world since we were like 2 years old, who is still my best friend in the whole world, she had read all of the books and she lent me her copy of Twilight, and I just like devoured it in a night. It took me like 2 weeks to get through the whole series, and that is including waiting for library holds to come in. So that was my initial experience, and then all of our friends got into it. Wow, it just got really dark. Is that gonna affect my lighting? No. I apologize if my lighting is super weird in this video. I actually already filmed this and then accidentally deleted all of my footage, and now it's just like a weird time of day for me to be filming, so I apologize. All my friends really got into the books. We all read them together. We all went to the Twilight movie premiere together. Really just like a great cultural bonding experience. Defining experience of the 7th grade. And then when I got to high school, that's kind of when everyone started hating on Twilight, and so I was hating on Twilight and like pretending that I hadn't enjoyed it. It was also the time in my life when all the girls hated each other all the time, including myself. I'm not proud of it. And then in the past few years, with this cultural Twilight revolution that we've seen, and we've also been seeing this feminist, I don't want to call it a revolution in terms of feminism, but the whole denial of that not like other girls mentality and strong female friendship being important. I'm not articulating this well, but I did articulate it well in my Twilight and feminism discussion video last November, so go check that out to hear me talk about this in a more coherent sense. Question number 3 is, who is your favorite character? I think it might be Charlie. I think it's Chief Swan. Yeah, because he's so great. Charlie's the best. You know that trope that people get annoyed with YA literature, where the young adult protagonist is like off doing all this crazy shit, and all of the nonsense, all of the adventures is cool for them, but as a reader you're just like, where are your parents? Where are your parents? I've never felt that way about Charlie. Charlie is present. He is active in Bella's life. He's powerless to do anything about all of the paranormal nonsense, but he tries. He's there, and his reactions to everything are gold. They're so perfect. I love Charlie. I think he's the best. Question number 4, Team Edward or Team Jacob? That's not even a question. Team Edward. Question number 5, your favorite Cullen other than Edward. Was anybody's favorite Cullen Edward? Ever? Like, I mean, I guess in terms of being the romantic lead, he's cool. But as a character, when you compare him to the rest of his family, I just think, yeah, you could say Edward is your favorite, but why would you do that when you have Alice or Jasper or Carlisle or Esme? They're standing right there. So I feel like that's kind of an unnecessary caveat to say, like, other than Edward, because he's not my favorite. He's not. I think for me, it's a toss-up between Alice and Carlisle. I think they're both great, and I don't want to choose between them. I love them both. Question number 6, was your favorite song from the soundtrack or your favorite soundtrack of the 5 movies? I was just listening to this. I built a Spotify playlist to trick my friends into listening to the Twilight soundtrack with me. It's called Go Sit Down and Look Pale, and I use this as a means of communicating to my friends just how much the Twilight soundtrack slaps, because once you get them listening to the soundtrack, it's only a matter of time before they watch the movies. And that's always entertaining. That's always a great time. I think, I Caught Myself. That's a good one. I like that one. Supermassive Black Hole or Flightless Bird, American Mouth. I think those would be my top 3 off this soundtrack. Question number 7, how often do you watch a Twilight movie? Very rarely do I watch one Twilight movie without watching the entire series. So it usually happens like twice a year. I get just like a sudden drive and a need to revisit Twilight, and so I'll set aside a chunk of time, like I'll pick a weekend or something when I know I don't have to do anything, and just go like full lazy mode. It does not happen often, but yeah, I'll watch through the entire series in one go. Like twice a year-ish. Question 8, would you rather be a vampire or a werewolf? And I want to say vampire, but I don't want to give up food. I really like food. Yeah, I'm Italian and we bleed garlic, so I don't think I could be a vampire. I know that garlic has nothing to do with these vampires. Like, I'm aware. But I like food. Like a lot. So I think I'm gonna have to go with werewolf on that one. It'd be nice to be warm for a change too, because I'm anemic and I'm always cold. Number 9, what vampire power would you want? Am I choosing from the powers listed in the books that these vampires have, or do I get to pick my own? Because if I had to choose from these powers, I'd probably want Edward's power. I would like to be able to read minds, hear minds, know what people around me are thinking. I just feel like that would make interacting with people a lot easier, just to like be a step ahead in the conversation. But if we're going based on me, who I am as a person, you know, it's explained in the books that these vampire powers are sort of born out of the characters' like defining personality traits and qualities, like their most heightened quality as a human just being exponentially heightened as a vampire. So like it's explained that Jasper was a very empathetic human, he was very in tune to other people's emotions, and then as a vampire he has the ability to sort of manipulate emotions. Same thing with Bella. As a human she was super protective and like very defensive of the people that she cared about, and then as a vampire she has this shield power. I think for me, I'm good at arguing. Not that I do it a lot, not that I'm like an argumentative person, but I'm good at choosing my battles and I'm good at being right. I'm good at arguing. I'm good at not necessarily being able to change your mind, but like being able to convey my point and get you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm good at that. So that, I'd probably just like make a really fantastic immortal lawyer. What's the word? Compulsion. Compulsion, that's the word I'm looking for. But I think that would be my vampire power if I were to become a vampire within the world of Twilight. Number 10, what's the most embarrassing thing you did because of Twilight? Honestly, most embarrassing thing I ever did regarding Twilight is pretending I didn't like Twilight. I ain't proud of it. I did it, I ain't proud of it. Number 11, a part that made you cry in the book and in the movie. Oh, you know what, I did. I cried at New Moon when, at the end, when they're in Volterra and she comes in and she saves Edward, and he's all happy because he thinks he's dead, he thinks he's in heaven. That got me a little bit teary-eyed. And when it comes to the movies, I cry at the wedding scene every time because it's because of the soundtrack. When Bella and Edward are exchanging their vows, the backtracking for that is Flightless Bird, American Mouth, which is the same song that they use at the prom in the first movie when Edward and Bella are dancing. And for some reason, the full circle effect right there gets me every time, without fail. And I get emotional about it. And number 12, name all the movies from your favorite to least favorite. And again, just like my answer to the first question, I can't split them up like that, because when I watch these movies, generally I am watching them straight through. All, 12 hours? 10 hours. 10.1 hours. That's less than I thought. But yeah, I can't separate them like that because I am just watching it as this one big conglomerate. One story, straight through, sorry not sorry. And that is the whole Twilight tag. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm just really excited about Midnight Sun, to be honest. I love you guys so much, and as always, I want to hear from you, so please feel free to chat to me down in the comments. You can also find all my social media links in the description box, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. I love you, baby.